Welcome to Matchday Asia. I hope you've been enjoying all the top-level Asian club football that's been coming your way. And I'll tell you what, it's not stopping anytime soon. We're heading closer towards the knockout stages. So with that in mind, I thought we'd take a look at how things are going in Group E of the AFC Champions League. Well, let's start with top of the group, Beijing FC, who have cruised into the round of 16. They picked up 4 wins in a row in the AFC Champions League, which is a new club record, by the way. And they achieved that feat on Friday after they beat Melbourne Victory for the second time in 4 days. Now, a 2-0 win with goals from Jonathan Vieira and Zhang Yuning set them on their way to the round of 16. And they are one of the form sides in the competition so far. They've picked up 3 straight wins since the restart. They've scored 7 goals in those matches and they've conceded just 2. Now, Beijing have looked dominant in the Champions League so far. Bruno Genesio has spoken about wanting to continue that winning run and the momentum and rhythm that comes with it. But with qualification already secured, there might be a temptation to give a rest to a few of his key players. Now, the likes of Renato Augusto, Jonathan Vieira, Chang Shi-Te and Che Chong-Kuo have all been important to Beijing's progress. They could see their game time being managed ahead of the knockout rounds. Now, the other thing that's been impressive about Beijing is that the goals seem to come from everywhere. Yes, no Cedric Bakambu in the squad, but others have stepped up to contribute to the cause, with 6 different players contributing to their 8 goals so far. Alan and Wang Zhiming leading their charge in the scoring charts with 2 goals for them each. Now, Beijing FC might already be through, but the race to join them is certainly heating up. Chiang Rai United, Melbourne Victory and FC Seoul all still in with the chance of making it through. Now, it's FC Seoul who sits second at the moment after 2 wins and 2 defeats from their 4 games so far. They seem to have put themselves in a strong position after their 5-0 thumping of Chiang Rai United on match day 3. But then there was a stumble in the reverse fixture on Friday. They ended up losing 2-1 to the Thai champions. But with FC Seoul, with their position that they are in at the moment in the group, there's no need to panic yet. Qualification still in their hands. They do have some wiggle room in the standings. In fact, they could still qualify for the next round on match day 5 if they beat Beijing FC and Melbourne and Chiang Rai draw their game against each other. A defeat to Beijing, though, could take it down to a crunch clash against Melbourne Victory on the final match day of the group. But FC Seoul do hold the upper hand against the Victory. They beat them 1-0 in the opening game of the campaign. So even if Melbourne are tied on points with FC Seoul going into that final game, a draw will be enough for Seoul to progress on head-to-head. Now, Melbourne Victory themselves have only 1 win in the competition so far, and that came all the way back on the 11th of February against their next opponent, Chiang Rai United. After consecutive defeats to Beijing FC, things were looking a little bleak for them, but Chiang Rai's win over FC Seoul has given them some renewed hope of turning things around in the group and perhaps even qualifying for the next round. Their assistant manager Steve Keane, he's mentioned that he feels his side are getting stronger as the competition goes on, and they certainly need to show that strength in the remaining games. They can't afford another defeat in the competition, and it doesn't look that good for them on the goal scoring front. They've only scored 2 goals in their 4 matches so far. They really need their attacking players like Callum McManaman, Ben Falami and Marco Rojas to start firing if they want to progress into the knockout stages. And a win against Chiang Rai United in their next game will help keep up the pressure on FC Seoul going to the last round of matches. But look, the Thai side themselves, they'll have hopes of qualifying after they created history against FC Seoul. That famous win saw Chiang Rai picking up their first AFC Champions League group stage victory thanks to a double from their top scorer, Bill. He was absolutely fantastic in that game, by the way. Chiang Rai showed some good tactical balance in that match. Solid and disciplined performance on the defensive front, but they were still able to be so free-flowing and devastating with their counter-attacks. Now, this approach and the confidence gained from their first win in the competition should encourage them massively as they look to continue creating a little bit more history going into the final 2 group matches against Melbourne and Beijing FC. So that's Group E rounded up for you. Plenty still to play for in this one, with 3 teams all competing for a place in the knockout stages where they'll join Beijing FC. Now, remember to follow the AFC on its social and digital media sites for all the latest on this competition. Enjoy the football. I'll see you soon.